Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Eagle 29.5 BHDS bunkhouse fifth wheel. You guys picked a beautiful unit. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's talk about arriving at the campsite first. Before parking, I want you to take several things into consideration. First, your slides. You have slides on both sides. Your off campsite, no slide on your campsite, but you do have the roof to your outdoor kitchen to consider. Make sure you leave enough room for that to open up. Actually a bigger space than your slides. And then think about where your water and electricity are so you can access the utilities. Your electricity is going to be on your off campsite or your driver's side toward the rear, and then your docking station is going to be toward the front of your slide on your off campsite. After unhooking your hitch, you can use these docking legs to extend or retract to get your unit level. Once you have your unit level, next thing you're going to do is stabilize your unit. Coming all the way to the back, you have this hand crank, or remember this is a 3/4 inch socket, so you can put a socket on the end of a drill gun or an impact driver and run these down in a matter of seconds. So write this down. Main thing I want to mention with these is they're stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So make sure your unit's level before putting them down. And I highly recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot tar, blacktop, things that may stick to it. And it'll distribute the weight better. So you bring these down just until they're taut. Bring one down the other side. We've got our unit level. Got our unit stable. Next thing we're going to do is hook up our water and electricity. Again, coming to the back of your unit here. Here's your power cord. The way these Furrion power cords work is it's a twist lock. So when you put it in, then turn it. Excuse me, let me get where you can see that better. Push that in, then turn it, and then tighten your gray. There's your 50 amp service. Now if you're plugging into 30, and your convenience pack is this dog bone, bring you from 50 down to 30. And should you want to plug in at home, you also have your 30 down to 110 amperage reducer. Just remember, when using 110, you only want to run one AC unit. Otherwise you'll be popping breakers. Got our electricity hooked up. Let's go up and hook our water up. So we're going to come up here to our docking station. When putting in water unit, there's 3 ways to set these 2 knobs. There's to sanitize or winterize. Tank fill, which is for hooking up your city water. Excuse me, it's for filling up your tanks. Dry camping is for going off grid. To winterize your unit and use city water. So let's start by hooking up to city water. Opposite ways. Opposite ways. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. We're going to hook this water pressure regulator up whenever putting water into your unit. This is going to reduce the pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. So always use your water pressure regulator when putting fluid in. We're going to come over here to our City Water Connect. Water pressure regulator, then your water hose. Don't turn on your hose yet. We're going to find our hot water heater. So over here on your campsite is your hot water heater. Before putting any water in, first thing you want to do is make sure that you put your drain plug back in. You may have left it out from the last time you were camping, drained your hot water heater. So make sure your drain plug is in. Once your drain plug's in, knobs are set to City Water Connect. Water pressure regulator on, turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a few, you're going to come here and you're going to pull on this pressure release valve. That's going to release air that's in the lines. Let it go. Release air, and once water starts coming out and water is flowing steadily, you know your hot water heater is full and can be lit from inside. Now let's say we're going to do potable water. We're going off grid. We're not going to have city. We're going to come back over to our docking station and we're going to set up for dry camp. Blue to the right, green down. Now we're set up for dry camp. Fill in the same spot. Burp your hot water heater or let the air out again. And remember though, when using potable water or dry camping, you're going to turn on your water pump here, and there's a water pump inside to turn on as well. Only use your water pump when using potable water. Do not turn it on for city water. That is to winterize. Over on this side, sanitize is when we're dumping our tanks, and we'll go through that when getting ready to leave the campsite. Show a few other things here in your station. Your tank flush. That's your black tank flush. Satellite, cable, and auxiliary hookups. This is a hookup for solar, should you decide to put a solar on. This is for your hot water heater bypass. When winterizing, sanitizing, you would turn this to bypass and use this side. There's your pulls for your tanks. There's a handle to run your, or a little hole to run your hoses down through. We've got our water hooked up. Also up here, I'm sorry, is a outdoor shower. There's a little spray handle for it here in your storage. Got our water hooked up, our electricity hooked up. We'll walk around the outside and show you a few other things. In here we do have a battery disconnect inside your storage. That'll shut your batteries off to the unit. I'll tell you more about that later. That'll come in handy when talking about your carbon monoxide detector. Left here is your propane. Now you do have a regulator on your propane. Simply point it toward the tank that you wish to be using. Your off campsite slide. Now these little pieces up here that say Solaris slide toppers, those are put on by Jayco to show you if you want a slide topper on there, to show the text where to put them on, what size to use. Back side here, you have your furnace heat release. Steer clear of that, that can get rather warm. You have your big storage out here. A separate gray tank for the back. You have to dump that separately. You have your ladder to go up on your roof and check your seams. There's your Furion backup camera, all prepped and ready to go. The rest of the device is inside your unit. Your accessory hitch. Coming around to your outdoor kitchen. Over here is just a drawer. Here's your hose. Some lighting. This does have a backer for a TV if you ever want to mount a TV out here. Your cable and 110s are right there. To hook up your kitchen here, so you pull this out underneath using this hose. One piece will go on there, and your quick connect is right here next to the low point drain. Speaking of low point drain, there that is. Disconnect that when leaving. Just slide your drawer in. It's your outdoor fridge. Again, your hot water heater. Above that is access to the back of your fridge. This is a hood vent for your microwave. Let's talk about your awning real quick. When running your awning out, you're going to want to run it out until it's at 90 degrees. There'll be a flap that falls down. When that flap falls down, you know you've went out far enough. So, light for underneath your unit, your outdoor speakers. Again, your big storage area. Another cable and TV hookup, some lighting in here. And storage for an extra propane tank. This is your spare tire manual crank. Use the same crank that you do for your stabilizing jacks. And at the front of your unit, storage and your batteries. Check your terminals when arriving at certain sites. You want to check, make sure they haven't wiggled loose when you're going down the road. That's about it on the outside. So let's take a look on the inside. The step above steps are really nice. We'll talk about those when leaving the campsite, how to store them up. It's great as they do have these adjustable feet. Should you be on uneven ground, you can adjust these by pulling that cotter pin right there. First and foremost, for safety reasons, right inside your unit, always at your entry door, will be your fire extinguisher. Just let everyone know that's camping with you. Fire extinguishers at the entry doorway. To the right of that's a 110. Still in this island here. Quickly talk about your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. This is always running off your battery. That's why I mentioned this 12 volt, because it's constantly running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you're not plugged in, go ahead and use your battery disconnect that's in the front storage compartment. That'll keep this from running your battery down. Now Furrion does have a wireless charging chargeable Bluetooth speaker and flashlight that you can order. That clips right inside here and it's great to use with your unit. Hooks up to your sound system. Coming up here is your control panel. Down here, let's talk about your lighting. To your right is your lighting. This is a dimmer switch. So as you see, talk about up here, your two slides. Your two slides in and out. Up here is exterior lighting. Water pump that you turn on when using potable water. Here's where you hook up your electricity or your hot water heater if you're on electricity, and here's where you turn it on if you're using just gas. Up above here is where you check your tank levels. Simply touch the gray tank, it's empty, all the way down to your brand new battery. Just touch the buttons, that'll tell you your levels. You have a tire pressure gauge. Oh, and then there's your awning, extend and retract. There's your lighting for your awning. While we're still in the doorway, coming up the steps to your right, on the left is an access panel for your fuse box and breaker box. Looks like you've got mostly 15s in there. I highly recommend having a handful of those. Oh, there's some 25s. Have a handful of those with you when you go camping. You can purchase those from our store as well. Don't forget, you do have a 10% off coupon. Thermostat, simple modes, from off to fan low, fan high, air conditioning high, low, or auto, depending on what you set the temperature at. Heat on or off. Oops, let me shut everything back off here. Heat and off. This is wired for solar. Should decide to put solar panels on it another day. Coming into your dinette here, this is also on a dimmer switch. Simply hold your finger on it and it brightens right up. or hold your finger on it and it'll dim back down. Coming around here, your lighting is right here. Show you real quick how to turn your sofa into a bed. Remove your back cushions that are just Velcroed. Find it best to stand in the middle. Lift it up. Open your legs out. Pull it out towards you. Lay down your back cushion. And you have your extra bedding. Simply reverse the process to put it back up. Back up. Stand in the middle. Lift it up, fold your legs in. Fold in half. And return your cushions. Just that quick. Let's go up into the bunk area. Do you want to mention up here in the bunk areas where your lighting is? Up here you do have the one-touch lighting. This is prepped for a backer for a TV mount. So all your stuff for your TV there, and another 110 here. Great storage up here. Great storage down here. Another 110. Also, under your bunk is this little storage area. Careful there, that is a furnace release. Coming over to your Furion sound system. There's a remote for all of this. Different modes to go through. It'll play your music indoors, outdoors. It's DVD players, CD player, HDMI out, Bluetooth compatible, headphone jack. You name it, it's got it. It's very cool system. There's an instruction manual that comes with this. Your Furion television. What I want to mention on your TV here, if I can get back here to your cable hookup. There it is. So on your right hand side behind your television, where your cable plugs in, there's this little button to push. Now when you arrive at the campsite, before scanning for channels, push this button, make sure that green light is lit. That is a digital channel enhancer, so you'll pick up a lot more channels. I recently used one and picked up 30 channels, and I was out in the boondocks with it. Come over here, talk about your fridge. Up here at the top of your freezer, here's your control panel. Shut it off, turn it on. Right now it's on auto. Auto means that it's running off electricity when plugged in. As soon as you unplug, it goes to gas. If you want to go to just gas, release that button, now you're on gas. Back to auto. Over here, change your levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 being coldest. Pretty self-explanatory microwave. You can defrost in this. Out of presets. Above your stove here you do have a fan and light. This glass cover top makes an excellent backsplash, protecting everything back here. You have auto ignition. Turn this to light, get your spark, and you have flames. You have a panel light here as well. Storage under your stove. Here's where you light your stove at. Storage here with USB ports. If you're gonna be cooking all day here, you can set your TV, your phone here, and plug it in. Dual sinks with a cutting board and a drying rack. There's your Furion backup system. Go up in to the bathroom. Remember, you do have plumbing to keep an eye on behind your toilet. Make sure your lines all stay snug and tight there. You have 110 with GFCI protected here. All your different lighting. Wardrobe slide. Next to your bed 110s. Show you how this lighting up above the bed works. If you touch it once, you get a little blue light. If you hold it, a bright white. Your bedroom is also prepped for a backup camera, or excuse me, prepped for a television with all your cable and hookups up here. You do have a hand crank open air vent for in the bedroom. On this side of the bed, you have a 12 volt and USB charging center. About covers everything on the inside. I mentioned you do have your smoke alarm up here. There's your smoke alarm. And this is for hooking up the Winegard satellite system. Alright, let's act like we're leaving the campsite. We've closed up our slides. Show you how to close this door here. It is strut assisted, so it lifts up real easy. In fact, I can let go of it right here and it'll float. Hold it up in the doorway, make sure this door is all the way open. And then the most important thing you want to do here when leaving is deadbolt your door. You don't want this door popping open. This will help keep it on here, but deadbolt the door. In case you didn't see how this does, it lifts and turns. Again, lift and turn. They'll hold your door safely. We're going to come back here to our hot water heater. We're going to pull our drain plug. Wouldn't hurt to check your lines here, make sure no more air's in there. Come here to this low point drain. Open up both of those. You can do all this at your campsite. It's fine, it's clean water, it's not hurt anything. And you have another low point drain over here to pull right next to your LP connect. Drained all our water. Closed everything up. We're going to head up to the dump station. Now you do have two drains here to use. You can either get a couple of extensions and build a Y, or you can just dump them individually. But coming just down to the right of your docking station is your main holding tanks. Hook up your sewage hose, come over here, pour your black tank. Now after it sounds like your black tank is no longer draining, we're going to take and we're going to hook up our water pressure regulator again to a hose and come up here to your black tank flush. Once you've hooked up your water there, turn that on for about 5 minutes. Don't be in a hurry, let it wash out your black tanks real quick. Been camping 5 more minutes before you leave isn't going to hurt anything. Spray that out nicely. Leave this handle open when you do. Shut it off, unhook your water, close your black, pull this gray tank, listen for it to empty, pull this gray tank, listen for it to empty. That's going to clean out your sewage hose a little better for you. It's your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. Close both of those, unhook your sewage, or unhook your drain hose. Come to the back here, and back here you do have a gray holding tank as well. So hook up here, pull this gray handle, and dump this gray tank. Once you're done with that, store your sewage hose in a sanitary place. And get ready to head home. Again, we thank you for the purchase of this beautiful unit. We hope you enjoy it for many years to come. As we like to say here at TradeWinds, happy camping.